Why is Pi's history important for understanding cylinder volume? Imagine trying to build a water tank without knowing how circles work. It would be pretty tricky, right? Well, understanding the history of pi helps us see why it's so important for calculating the volume of cylinders. Pi, which is about 3.14, is the ratio of a circle's circumference to its diameter. Early mathematicians studied circles and found this constant ratio by measuring many different circles. This discovery was a big step because it showed that no matter how big or small the circle is, this ratio stays the same. When we want to find the volume of a cylinder, we need to know how much space is inside it. The formula for this involves the area of the circular base times the height. The area of the circle is calculated using pi times the radius squared. That is pi times the radius multiplied by itself. So, the volume formula becomes pi times the radius squared times the height. Since pi is the key part of the circle's area, it naturally appears in the volume formula for cylinders. Knowing the history of pi helps us understand why it appears in these formulas. Around 225 years before the Common Era, a mathematician named Archimedes worked out formulas for the volume of both spheres and cylinders. He showed that the volume of a cylinder depends on the area of its circular base, which involves pi and its height. This connection makes sense because the base is a circle, and circles always relate back to pi. So, understanding how pi was discovered and why it's a constant related to circles helps us see why it's essential for calculating the volume of cylinders. It's not just a random number. It's a fundamental part of how we measure round shapes. When you think about the volume of a cylinder, remember that it's the circle's constant ratio that makes the calculation possible. The history of pi explains why we use pi in the formula and how it connects all these shapes together. It's like a bridge between the simple circle and the three-dimensional shape we call a cylinder.